Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. I forgot about these guys. You got spoiled for Kingdom Hearts game a long time ago and the story still makes no sense. That's the good thing. You can't be spoiled because nothing makes sense in that game. I'm sure I'll be able to... no, never mind. I was going to say I'm sure I'll be able to follow it, but there's no way. Only thing I know about Kingdom Hearts, Donald Duck, Goofy, Mulan. That's all I know. I presume you heard the Defense Counsel's summation examination?
Oh, yeah, Governor. I did, Gov, I did.
Mr. and Mrs. Skulkin? Wait, Mrs. What? Did I read that right? I didn't. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Core blimey.
This is gonna be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you give the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windibanks.
Well, it was Beldam soon as, wasn't it?
It was, Nosh, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me dukes out me lousy lockets.
However, that was a lie. You brothers!
Core blimey.
On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter.
We never done nothing of the sort. How'd you figure that out?
Oh. You're gonna edit for your birthday video? Nice. Have me in the background, and I'll scream every once in a while and wake you up and be like, "Yeah, work." You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. Ooh, and that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. A thought worth pondering, perhaps.
Say no more, Gov, we hear ya. Ah, blah, we speak, we'll peach.
Peach? Preach. Did you mean preach? That said peach, did it not? Almost missed your train because you overslept. You gotta sleep in a little early. He did say peaches, didn't he? We'll peach. Yeah, we'll peach. What? We'll preach. Shouldn't it be? We'll peach. I don't trust him. The whole truth.
Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling or nothing. It was right when we had the gunshots. He made us both jump and all that stuff. We went flying.
Lummy, it didn't have to give you fright. It was thinking the shooter come through the door and get us next.
We stuck everything back and we found it scampered. Straight into him in the back, black.
We couldn't have shot a pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we?
Typo, game bad, -20. So you went to the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Windibank's countertop on the night in question.
Not ransack, Governor, no.
That's right, Nash. That's right. It's more like we tidied up, yeah.
Sorry.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess.
The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all. We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't he make it sound a bit more cutthroat?
It can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at Windibanks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it too. Hopefully we don't mess up like last time. Last time really messed with me mentally. Like, man. Okay, we did knock a few things over, so I'm going to press everything. Doesn't matter what it is, I'm just going to press everything. If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place?
Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we?
We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we's up to no good.
Well said, Ringo, me old China. Oh, we'll only land ourselves in even more trouble.
And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble.
That's rotten luck.
Says the rotten apple eater. Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter?
We never ransacked nothing.
Wait, we never ransacked nothing.
Right, Nash, right. More like we tidied it up. Sorry.
It was when we heard the gunshot, made us both jump and all that when flying. What do we have here? We've got... Let's have a look at the, Do we have the, autopsy? Yeah, okay. Okay. Wait, there's more. Hang on. Single bullet wound, upper left victim, back, no other spinal trauma. Instant death from postmaster, bullet wound in the heart. The back, okay. Alright.
Hold it!
Let's figure this out. So what you're saying is... the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all those things off the counter?
Well, it shocked one of us that much. Yeah, his fucking nerves need to learn to keep his shirt on.
What?
Look, it was loud, alright? Blimey, me dead granny would have woken up with that bang.
Big Bobby screamed like a blooming baby, fell over the counter. Knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull, whatnot.
That got tangled in some area and that was knocked over a picture frame. What knocked the scratches on the floor.
You really mastered working quietly then.
Now, what a racket. Me granny would have had to scare back into a grave with a clatter like that.
So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise.
And then some, I mean, Woz was quiet as a mouse, and then suddenly BAM!
Ooh. Sup?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, Gregson. Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add?
Oh, like I keep saying, don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels.
Is that all? No, something to add about their testimony.
Gregson!
You seemed to react just now as at what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something?
My past life as a Skulkin brother, it's probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only... Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details.
How about you just tell us what's on your mind?
As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night, and the statement they gave then told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot.
Oh, might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it.
Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still, I can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas?
If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them.
Easy. We'll get it right this time.
That's it. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
Then speak! Supplement your testimony with whatever details you have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs.
Right you are, Gov. Just before the gunshot, we had a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun."
Hold it!
Give me that gun. So in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously.
We did, Gov, we did.
Although, suppose if you're being honest, we kinda heard the wavering voice before the yelling and all.
If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun. Bam. That kind of thing.
A career in acting tragically missed. Man. And where were those voices coming from? Could you tell?
Of course we could, from the other side of the door behind the counter it was.
From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Winterbank.
Oh my goodness, life. Of course it was.
Sure, though.
I'm just going to lie, of course it was.
So, that would mean that you both knew Mr. Winterbank and the sound of his voice?
Yeah? So that would mean what?
What, Nash? What? Any ideas?
Yes, counsel, indeed it would.
No. We didn't know the geezer.
How am I supposed to deny it when the bloke in the fancy clothes gave us the evil eye?
Wait. How are we supposed to deny it when that bloke in all the fancy clappers giving us the evil eye? I think he's talking about the judge. Oh no, him. Of course.
If you value lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
Oh, on Granny's life, that is.
Oh, on this granny's life it must.
Wait, but his... It's a good job as Granny's dead. That's pretty messed up. Also, are they like real brothers? I don't know if that matters. I mean, if they are, then they have the same Granny. Maybe they're not. Maybe that's a different plot point. My water bottle won't close. Close, please. Okay, there we go. Damn, bro. That's messed up, Naruto.
To summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counters, scattering them over the shop floor.
You make it sound like we're clumsy.
Don't forget we tied it up like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it, the bloke what was tying in the bloke only place holding the gun
Should have fired it instead of yelling at the girl. That's not true. That's a contradiction. He was holding a gun, but was that his gun? That had to have been his gun, right? That's wrong. You're saying that Mr. Windibank had a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, bet that was the sight, huh? Two of them waving the guns at each other must have got pretty heated. I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot." What? So... What? Finn's barking again.
Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say.
Mr. Windibank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that is to protect the articles in his keeping. He'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. That someone being himself, of course. Good grief, extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided.
Well, he's so... He's just... Give me a second. Okay.
Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger that other night. Only the person he was gonna shoot beat him to it. Cooked as goose proper.
Bet he wished he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun."
And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot?
It's more or less at the same time, Gov. Give me that gun! Bam!
Kind of thing. Wait, this is the same thing. Yes, a career in acting very tragically missed. Wait, I already read that.
Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. Before everything went dead quiet. After that, we done a slapdash job tidying up the place.
But, no, there was only one gun. Only place held a gun. Wait a minute. Unless he... No, I didn't mean to do that. There was only one gun, wasn't there? There was only one gun. Do we have a crime scene picture? I don't think we do. These two remind you of a comedic duo? Yeah, Mario and Luigi. So there's one bullet hole, one gun found on the scene. Oh, in Belgium. I see. I'm gonna press the rest, because I don't know. If they both had a... Or did they have the same gun? But... There was only one bullet in the gun. That's the thing. I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, so you didn't try to open the storeroom then?
Not in your life. It went deathly quiet after that, it did. Put the wind right up me. But anyway, the door was locked, wasn't it? No way we was opening.
Yeah, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe.
Sick of this from the inside.
You're right, so we had no way of knowing what was going on in there, did we?
Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom. Yeah, that's another thing. How would they know? How would they know that he had a gun in his hand? Because they said that he had a gun. They could have just heard him, but they had to have seen something, right? Like, through the keyhole or a spy hole, perhaps.
Don't ring no bells, no lights, no lights.
We had to cut and run before we noticed anything like that.
We've got no teeth in this game, see, but one day we'll really cut the mustard.
Please, cut it out. But as we know, behind that door was the victim's lifeless body with the accused not 2 feet away. Yeah, unfortunately. Gina was in there, unconscious, with a gun in her hand. To confirm, it would be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom.
That's right, Gov, that's right. Good enough, even if we wanted to.
So that is a contradiction then. Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see, we never had a chance, did we? No, I don't think you guys did it. Holding a gun. He wasn't though. I'm saving because this is gonna be wrong. I know it's gonna be wrong. But this is where my mind is going. We can take it. Gina was holding it.
Objection!
No, okay, it wasn't right. Okay. It's my bad. So you're saying someone shot, but what? I'm confused now. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Holding a gun, should have fired instead of yelling at the... Yeah, but how did... There was no other gun. Unless there was. A single discharge. So there was... I can't dispute that, can I? I don't think I can. Is there any way to see through? I don't think there is, no. It's just the door there. Single bullet wound. Why are you pogging? What? What happened? He's dead, yay! Single bullet wound. The bloke, the only place of holding the guns, we should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Didn't give me a fright. I was thinking the shooter would come out of the door and get us next. Fair. Let's take everything back where we found it, scamper straight to the back. Clint hasn't been live, but I have been, and I am the new Clint, who doesn't speedrun. Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, yeah. It was a bit hasty there.
We was, Nash, we was. Truth be told, I was already shaking like a leaf when you lot turned up.
If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand.
Good advice, miss, good advice.
Truth be told, my mind went totally blank.
Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand.
Mentally, mate, miss.
After that, we legged it down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers or something, so they clapped the derbies on us like a wink.
And after you'd been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct?
Huh, yeah.
But listen, that proves it, doesn't it, eh? We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never had a chance, did we?
Don't doubt that. And why should we believe that?
What? Because it's true, isn't it?
That place totally empty when we went in.
At that time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses... Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, that's what I need to present. Yeah, that's what I need to present. Okay, I don't know why I completely forgot about the picture. Yeah, this is much better evidence. Because this actually shows... Yeah, that's it. I did it. Okay. Well, I'm stupid. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Winterbank. Correct?
You've got it, mister. Down to a T.
So the Skulkin brothers never actually encountered Mr. Winterbank. Is that really true, I wonder? I believe it. That's it? That's the full extent of their testimony? What is it, Bruno? You look very fierce.
Could I pour you some herbal tea if you're tired?
Or you could. Thanks, but I'm okay. Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. But I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something. Something important. It's nothing more than a feeling, though. I have no proof to support it.
Well, feelings can be very logical at times.
Sorry?
People's expressions, the movement of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that and your brain will quietly analyze it and come up with a feeling like you describe. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about your testimony without knowing why. That's all? That's all. I think you should trust your instincts.
Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. I think so too, because you're an idiot. Alright, here's what we gotta do. We don't present the gun. What I meant was that she had the gun, but that is actual proof that she had the gun. I'm not gonna get mad at that. That's on me. That one's on me. I'm just gonna say. He was holding a gun. No, he was not. Because she was holding a gun. Okay. So I had it right, but I didn't... yeah, okay. That's fair. I'm gonna say why that's fair. The other one wasn't fair. But this one's fair. Because... Sorry, I just went blank. My mind just went blank. That's fair because that was just the gun. So she could have took the gun at the last minute, but that shows that she had the gun. And she had the gun before. Like, before they even knew. So, you're saying that on that night in question, the victim, Mr. Winterbank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct?
That's it, Gov. You got the picture. He has it, Nash. He has, no question.
And yet the photographic evidence from the time of the incident clearly shows that Mr. Winterbank was not in possession of a firearm of any description. Objection! How's it going? You surprise me. And he's gonna say, well, he could have easily took the gun, or had a different one. You stupid. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more? Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish that the photographic print presented was taken at a suitably short time period prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking, counsel.
Yeah, that's right. Do right, Nash. Do right. Oh, wait. Do right, Nash. Do right. The old geezer could have been throwing the tables on this girl, huh?
Hardly likely.
Oh, no, I'm afraid this won't stand as conclusive evidence.
Oh? Continue with the... Heed my warning? Skulkin's never skulking.
Shut up. Shut up.
Well, that's stupid. Stupid. Alright, now I think the gun thing was okay, that's stupid then. That's stupid. What do you mean? This is evidence. It's 1 a.m. Look, do you think he would turn the tables? What? Alright, fine. I gotta find other evidence. That's fine by me. Found unconscious, there are signs of a single discharge. Okay, the bloke that owned the place was holding a gun. Should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Alright, I can dispute this. I've got to prove that he didn't have the gun. This won't help me. This won't. No, this isn't gonna help because the actual killing won't help me. Single bullet wound in the back. Winterbank's pawnbrokery. Gun. No, I can turn the tables here. I can turn the tables. I just need evidence proving something. It just has to be anything that I can disprove. Rifling for nothing. We heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." He was holding a gun. He should have fired it instead of yelling at the girl. Yeah, wait a minute. Well, no. I don't know. I don't know. Let's think. Is there any way that I can prove that he didn't take the gun? There's the picture, but that's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. Scene of the crime. Position. No, that won't do anything. Murdered. I can't be that. Thinking he'd come out to get us. We stuck everything back where we found it and scampered straight. Wait, what? Everything where we found it and scampered straight into him in the black. Never had a chance. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Is there... Him in the black. What do you mean him in the black? Do you mean me? They're talking about me, right? I think they're talking about me. I don't know. What? I don't know. Didn't rifle or nothing. Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." I don't know. I don't know. This picture. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. He was holding a gun. He should have fired instead of yelling. No, it's stupid. That's stupid. How would... Mr. Winterbank had a gun in his hands. Yeah, he had a gun. He shouted at her. The geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot." Didn't really sound like he meant it. More of an empty threat. Articles. He readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. That's someone, of course, being him. Certainly sounded like it. So you're gonna shoot him. Give me that gun. More or less the same. Give me that gun. Bam. I think I got it. I think I have 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 it. If you were trying to get a gun from somebody... The cogs were turning for this one, by the way. If you're trying to get a gun from somebody... You wouldn't have your back to the person that you're saying, "Give me the gun." Like, you wouldn't... Because he was shot in the back. If he really said, "Give me that gun," and then got shot, he would be facing her. He wouldn't be back to her. Right? So how do I disprove that now? Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice out, "Give me the gun." Okay, so I think if I present it here, and by that I mean, what do I present though? Do I present this, or do I present the autopsy, because I don't know. Instant death, I don't know. I don't know. I think I would do, yeah, I think I would do this. I think either will work, if it does work. Yeah, bullet wound from the back or the picture. I'm gonna just say this.
Objection.
Okay. No, this has to work, right? He was shot in the back. He was shot in the back. Right? He was shot in the back. Wait, but just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling, "Give me that gun." Holding the gun should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. No, that has to be right. Right? What? We heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." No, but that doesn't make sense. The picture?
Objection.
No, really? Well, that I guess I don't know then. I'm reloading because I just lost. I see the game. Well, no, you didn't, because there's no such thing as game overs when I have the power to load and reload. No, but that has to be it, right? Because you wouldn't. Okay, so this is a. Actually, yeah, sure, I can do a visual representation. Hang on, let's do it. Visual representation time. Where are we? Hey, whoa! I look blue today. Look how blue I look. What? Okay, so here's the thing. I wouldn't be like this. So you have the gun, okay? I wouldn't be like, "Give me that gun!" Ha! I'd be like, I'd be here and I'd go, "Give me that gun!" I wouldn't be like, "You better give me that gun or else you'll see what happens." See what I mean? Like that. Yeah, your wish came true. You wanted to see my face? Mwah! Oh, I didn't shave! You can. Oh, your wish was to shoot me. Okay, thanks. Thinking you'd come out of the door. Oh, are you kidding? It's not that, really? Holding the gun should have fired instead of yelling at the girl.
Hold it.
Well, we need to repress this because. I don't know. More or less, it was like that. Yeah, exactly. So there's no. He wouldn't be. If it was right after that, then there's no way that could have happened.
Hold it.
Where was it that I needed to press? I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah. She was shot. She wouldn't be. I don't know. The voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." Should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. No. Would it be here?
Objection.
That's bull. That's bull. That's bull. That one's bull. That one is bull. The other one wasn't. This one was. Okay. Alright, here we go again. Here we go. Time to challenge this. If he says he was asking for the gun and he was. Why would he be asking if he was with his back out? I'm gonna punch my monitor. So you're saying. No! Stop it. I know. Look, last stream I said this was the salt mine. And yes, this is the salt mine. I'm thinking about calling. Like, anyone who follows or anyone that subscribes, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, thanks person for following. Welcome to the salt zone or the salt mine." That's what I'm gonna say. But still, it's true. On that night in question, the victim, Mr. Windibank, was wielding a gun.
That's it, Gov. We got the picture.
He has it, Nash. He has, no question.
And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windibank was not holding a firearm of any description. Oh. God, I'm an idiot. God, I am an idiot. I am an idiot. I am an idiot. Yeah, that's a lot easier to, it was my fault. Yep, it was my fault. I'm telling you, I overthink. But that's the thing about these games, is because there could be one that's so difficult to like do, just because of like the way it's worded, and you have to like look and you gotta press, and then you have to make sure you do that, and then it's like, oh, but that's a false alarm, it's actually not this, it's a different thing, and it's like, oh, that's why. It's like, he was not holding a firearm. That's on me. That's on me.
You what? Gordon Bennett, that ain't right.
Objection!
There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windibank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand. This is the salt mine. This is the salt mine. Welcome to the salt mine.
Yeah, these mole toolers, the event that have gone the victim to finish him off. Give me that gun. Bam.
Kind of thing.
Hold it!
Okay. This is where he's gonna say it. Stay exactly where you are, right there. This is it. This is where I come in. This is my thing. This is my theory. This is what I'm thinking. I did this right. If the crime taking place is so colorfully described as your testimony, it would give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out. Goodness, are you sure, counsel? You intrigue me, my learned friend, but let's see some evidence to support your claim. Where is the proof that demonstrates the inconsistency in the witness portrayal of the victim's final moments? Of course, it's the picture. Wait, I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna save it again. I don't know if it's the autopsy report or if it's the picture. I think it'll be the picture. It'll either be the picture and you zoom in, or it'll be the autopsy report that says the bullet wound from the back. No, okay, no other signs of trauma. Let's do it. No other signs. According to the testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot. Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so would have been led to believe. Yep, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind.
Oh.
So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mrs. Sirs. Oh, yeah! Got him. I did it. I'm taking it. Taking it home with me.
But it's the gods on this truth.
Yeah, this Nash, it is. When we shot that night,
The shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. We saw it with our own bleeding eyes.
Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Windibank holding a gun?
Something like that might have slipped out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. On the night in question, they actually did, in fact, see with their very own eyes the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person.
Nash.
No! I'm good at this game. I'm the best ace attorney.
Order, order, order! Witnesses, explain yourselves at once.
Well, the thing is, we weren't supposed to,
It would seem that my previous warnings fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you. Am I to understand that you replaced the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies?
Sorry, Governor, the truth is,
Cut it out, Nash, cut it out. We blab now. We don't know what they'll do to us.
He? Who are they talking about? Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There is no other option available for you.
Bruv, come on, the game's up.
But we have guts for goddess. In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hardly you try to hide it, the truth will come out. On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand you testify again to explain these precise circumstances under which this meeting took place.
Do we have to?
On pain of death, I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth. Oh. Alright. Counter with the victim.
Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and they ate a sigh of relief when the geezer showed us his mug. How come with the gun? He bellowed and he flew at us like I was possessed. I thought we had it. For an old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chucked me over the counter. I pulled the gun on him, then I legged it through the door into the back room. And we never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all that happened, I swear.
So you're now telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop?
Oh, well, yes, sorry.
Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
But honest, Governor, this time, Nash, we ain't got nothing more to hide.
Very well. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord.
This is it! The moment I've been waiting for! Let's get these guys. God, that voice is hard to do. But I'm already this far in. So we got inside the gaff and he heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we had it.
Hold it!
You mentioned that Mr. Windibank shouted these words in your previous testimony too. However, you claim that you heard him yelling at the other side of the storeroom door.
Oh,
did we? But the truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was the victim, Mr. Windibank, wielding the gun at the time?
Was he ever? Blimey Lommy! And the big oily barrel he had point straight at me throat spice.
So what you're saying is, you definitely saw Mr. Windibank with a gun at that time, is that right?
It is, Gov, it is. Spot on.
All of a sudden he came at us, he did?
Yeah, I was belled. I don't know what he's going for who.
You were clearly all going for each other.
Like Nash said, we thought we had it. I mean, like, for an old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. Chucked me over the counter.
There's a fly? There's a fly in here. Get him. Get him. Did I get him? I got him. Now I've got fly guts on my hands. Okay, sorry. Quick intermission while I clean off the fly guts from my hand. I just remembered, as I was washing the fly guts from my hand, that I have a whole screen dedicated to being right back if I do have to go, and I never use it. So enjoy it for 3 seconds. That's enough. Okay. Yeah, I noted that you mentioned the counter in your previous testimony too.
Yeah, well, of course we did. He's knocked over a load of books, the candlesticks, some skull, whatnot.
That got tangled in some marionette. We knocked over the picture frame. We knocked some scales on the floor.
So in fact, it wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock over those things in the counter?
Big bruv here went flying over the counter like a gunshot, I can tell you. The old geezer pinned him in. Or pinned him.
He did, Nash, he did. If you hadn't been there, the bloke would have flattened me like a bloomin' pancake in seconds.
At the time in question, the alarm was raised at the local police station via a secret cable from the pawnbrokery. There is a button under the counter used to activate it, which is presumably pressed by the victim. That's right. When the brothers fled the scene, back out of the street, they ran straight into the arriving police, didn't they?
Poor Mr. Windibank. He did everything he could to protect his shop.
I pulled my gun on him and then I legged it through the front door into the back room.
Hang on. So these pictures, he showed up. Okay, so who fixed it then? Did he fixed it? Who fixed it? Because he was chasing him. I don't know. Okay. Like the front door, back room. Okay. Were you intending to shoot Mr. Windibank?
Oh, no, never. I just, you know. Yeah, looking out for me, bruv, weren't I? You have been flattened, don't forget.
By a man whose shop was being burgled, yeah. And then, the man fled into the storeroom when you pointed your gun at him, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. He shoved me away and ran off through that door. Shut himself in.
There's something about that last remark, something that doesn't quite ring true. Hang on. So the man fled into the storeroom when you pointed your gun at him, is that it? He shoved me away, ran through the door, shut himself in.
I wonder why Mr. Windibank ran away into the storeroom.
What?
Well, according to what everyone's saying, Ginny was in there waiting for him with a gun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Gina allegedly used Mr. Windibank's gun to threaten him and force him into the open storeroom. In which case, how did the gun end up in Mr. Windibank's hands again? Yeah. I have no idea, but that is strange, isn't it? The little inconsistency could be significant. I should make a mental note of it.
Look, the point is, me and Bravia... That's right, Nash, that's right! Me and Bravia...
We never had nothing to do with killing them. That's I swear. So... I think they're lying about it. I mean, they're definitely... There's something that they're not saying. So this is before. And then after that, they showed up. So they're saying... Gina had the gun. She was pointing it at him. They went into the storeroom. Windibank then got the gun from Gina, scared the burglars off, and then went back into the room, gave the gun back to Gina, and then Gina shot him. That doesn't make sense at all. It makes no sense. No sense at all. We got inside the guy, the geezer showed his mug. Give me the gun, he bellowed. He flew at us like he was possessed. Thought we had it. He chucked you over the counter. You went to the front door, the back room. Had nothing to do with killing him. Say he had nothing to do with it? Hey, Sona, how's it going?
Nothing at all. Nothing, Gov, nothing. The old geezer went and shut himself in the back room, didn't he? Locked it was from the inside. We know it because we tried to open it. But it's a decent door, that one, good and strong, wouldn't budge an inch.
So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. the sole person who could possibly have shot the victim, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade. It would indeed appear so. You need food? Grab some food then. Grab some food, I'll be streaming for a little bit longer.
What did you say to that, Council?
I don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could possibly have shot Mr. Windibank? I mean, there could have been. Could have been, right? Like, finish this game today. No, I will. I can't finish this game today. Look, my plan for this stream is really only to finish this one thing. And if it ends soon, I might go a little bit into the next one. But I think by the end of this week, I want to have this game finished. I think by Friday, I want to finish, because then I want to play a bit of Kingdom Hearts. I think someone could have. Who could have done it? You couldn't have. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. I don't know why you'd shoot yourself. You could have, but I don't think you did. Eggert Benedict. I don't think this guy is really involved at the moment. I mean, one of these guys could have, right? Because they had the gun. I mean, sure, there could have been. There could have been Mr. and Mr. Skulk.
What?
What's that look for? From the moment you admitted that you'd encountered the victim face to face that night, the course of this trial changed completely. It did? What is your point, my learned friend? The question we must answer is, who could have shot Mr. Windibank? And it is the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only possible answer at all. I mean, they could have. You have my attention. In that case, let us return to this plan of premises. The victim was killed in the storeroom, which was locked from the inside. Those are the facts, so pray, what other possible answer to the question who shot the man? So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could there be? Counsel, you must now provide answers to court in respect to two conundrums. Save real quick. Two, my lord? Twice as many chances to be right, maybe?
Indeed. Namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim, and furthermore, where was the victim at the time?
Understood, my lord.
Are you alright, Bruno?
I'm not entirely sure, but there is one thing I'm sure about. If I can prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely.
So, time for some clarity. Show us the court on this plan the answer to the questions posed by his lordship. Okay.
Let me say once more. Okay. I've got a theory, I guess. I think he was shot, like... If you believe someone else could have killed the victim, indicate from where the person could have fired the gun.
I don't know.
I think... Give me this. Okay. So, assuming that Gina didn't shoot at all, I think he shot one round. He shot one round, and the bullet that's in the calendar, where was it? It was in this one. Oh yeah, that one. This is his bullet. He shot something. I don't know what he shot, or he shot someone. We still don't know who did that. But I think that's his bullet. And I think the bullet that he was shot with could have come from this gun. Now, I don't think I've ever checked this, so there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver's 6 cylinders. Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it. Exactly.
The bullet that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it?
Yeah, it happened almost as soon as we walked in through Windibank's door.
Make those brothers pay.
Unless, yeah, because this one was shot by... this could have been the one that shot... Well, now I don't know. Now I don't know. Shoot. No pun intended. So, here's what I think. I think they could have shot from around here. Or here. It's either here or it's here. Right? Who had that gun? Who, like, we need to know who had this. Alright, you know what? Screw it.
Take that!
The culprit could have shot the victim from this location here. Because when the culprit fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time? The door.
Take that!
He was opening the door. He was walking through. The defense believes the victim... Can you let me talk? What are your answers in fact show? Since your own position is as absurd as those of you indicated in this plan. What are you saying? What am I saying, counsel? Your answers are clearly flawed. What, you're not even going to listen to me and why I put them there. From where did the culprit shoot the victim, and where was the victim at the time? I don't see why we can't show that someone other than Ginny who could have done it in the storeroom. That's the right way of looking at it, I suppose. Someone other than Gina in the storeroom. What's the best move here? Should I try again or gather more information first? No. I have to consider the situation a little more before giving my answers again. Ding dong wrong. I get the feeling there's even less evidence at my disposal this time to prove that they did it.
Oh, we got so far. Now I'm gonna them off. Well, I'll do my best. Okay. Hold it!
Give me this. When you say geezer, I presume you mean the victim and the proprietor of the shop, Mr. Windibank.
That's right.
We were keeping a close eye on the entrance to the gaff, obviously. But we never thought no one was gonna come out of the back room like that.
The back room being the prawn brokery's storeroom.
Yeah, that must be where he popped up from. The only place he could have been.
So it would seem the victim was already in the storeroom when these brothers entered the premises.
That doesn't make sense, does it? Gina had threatened Mr. Windibank into the storeroom with her at gunpoint. Then why would he have emerged from the same room all alone when the brothers arrived? I don't know. Did you see the accused at that time?
What, the Motola? Couldn't tell ya. No way, Cobb. We get the big fish. We have bigger fish to fry then. I mean, the old geezer just lost it.
Give me the gun. I don't know.
Alright.
I'm ready to... I'm gonna try again. I'm ready to try again. I think he was shot in the room, right? I think he was shot in the room. Alright, so he was flung... He was flung. This is where the shooter was. He was flung. He was flung here. He was flung. So the dude on the ground. Culprit? Right here in front of the door. That's what I think.
Objection!
Okay, shut up. I don't care what you have to say to me. I don't care what you have to say. I honestly do not care what you have to say. I don't care. 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 I honestly, I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. Fine. You know what? I'm gonna give it a try again. I'm gonna give it a try again. The defense would like to point out the locations again. Well, you appear to be a glutton for punishment. Yes, shut up. I don't care about you. I don't care. No one cares about you. Nobody cares about you. Shut up. How tall is the counter? That's an important question for me. How tall was it? It's pretty tall. Yeah, so I think I don't know. He fell over the counter. He was here. This is where he was. This is where he was. He was here. He was on the other side of the counter. And dude, homie was in the room. And he was in the room. He opened the door. He was shot in the door. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care about what you have to say to me. I don't care. I could not care any less. Wait, that's the wrong one. Which one do I want to do? Open? This one. God, I hate things like this. I absolutely hate things like this. Okay, what haven't I tried yet? I don't know what I've tried yet. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's think. Let us think really quick. Let us think. He was killed in the storeroom. This is where he was killed. He was killed right there. Okay? He was killed right here. Or we don't know if he was shot there, but he died there. So where could he have been killed? I don't know. I have no idea. Dude was flung. Okay, no, let's think. Okay, so I can't remember who said what. Okay, dude was flung. Okay, dude was flung. He's over here somewhere. He was flung. And this is gonna be like the blue badger thing from the first game. I guarantee it. Boom, 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 boom. And you gotta put the pot in the certain. Oh man, you don't understand it, but it was. Don't even worry about it. It's best you don't know. Okay. He was shot in here. He was shot right. What way does the door open? What way do the hinges go? The hinges go that way, so he could have been killed there. I'm doing it. This is where his big body was. Right there. He was shot.
Objection!
This is my least favorite puzzle. This is the worst puzzle. This is the worst one. This is the worst puzzle. This is the worst puzzle in the game. Actually, the worst puzzle. I'm not even kidding. This is actually the worst puzzle. He threw me over the counter. Tell me about you being thrown over the counter. You were pushed. Yes, we did. He knocked books, candlesticks, some skull, whatnot. That got tangled in some marionettes, knocked over the picture frame, knocked over a picture frame, knocked over the scales on the floor. So in fact, it wasn't the gunshot that shocked you, and made the things. Well, big bro, counter like a gunshot. The geezer, then the old geezer pinned him. Okay, I got it. So he was pinned. Got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I didn't read that part. I forgot about that part. I'm being an idiot again. Can I talk now? Can I talk? No? Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. He was pinned. He was on the other side of the counter, right? I think he was on the other side of the counter. Alright, you know what? That's what we gotta figure out. We gotta figure out where he was in this situation. Thought we had it. He chucked him over the counter, pulled me gun on him, legged it through the front door of the back room. Where were you standing? Please tell me where you were standing. You were intending to shoot Mr. Winnebank. No, never. I did shoot him. Looking out for my brother. Don't forget, my man has been burgled, yes. And then the man went into the storeroom, and you put a gun. Yeah, that's it. Shoved me away, ran through the door, and shut himself in. The man fled into the storeroom when you pointed your gun at him. He shoved me away, ran off through the door, shut himself in. Being an idiot like yeah, I am an idiot. Okay, he was no wait, what did you just say? With a gun. Yeah, okay, so he was shot there. Okay, got it. I got it. Got it. So I got it. No, please just okay, press. Okay, I got it. This is it. I got it. He ran back into the room, but there was no blood. What I'm doing? Come on, just come on. I'm ready. I wanna go. I'm ready. I wanna do it. I wanna do it. Come on. Please. Wait, what? How do I do this? How do I? No, wait. I do the last one, right? This one. Okay. So then this is right? Yeah. Nothing but geezer inside door. Different one. Strong. In the end, who's that? It's the storeroom pawnbroker. Lestrade. Ugh. What do you say? I don't know. Is there anyone that could have been? He's pinned, yep, okay, looking out, okay, thing, my point, the defense, attention, show us, where was the guy that shot, where was he, I'll tell you, I got it, so, homie, I don't know where homie was, I think he was like here, right? Or like here, maybe? I'll put it in the middle, so it's like, eh. Culprit was there. Man who was shot was right there.
Objection!
Shut up. Well then, guess what? We're gonna be here for a long time because I'm not going through that text again. We're gonna be here for a long time.
Take that!
Culprit was here. Victim was here.
Objection!
We're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna be here a while. What are you saying? I'm saying I'm not stopping. I'm gonna look it up. Because I don't know. I have no idea. I hate puzzles like this in games. I hate puzzles because I don't know how... Yeah. Where could he have fired the gun? He was, I don't know, right here. Sure, he was right there. I guess. And guess where he was? Guess where the victim was? The victim was over the counter right there.
Take that! Objection!
I'm looking it up. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look because I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. Like I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Oh my god. Hang on. I gotta look. There's no. I don't know. I'm gonna be stuck here for hours if I don't. Like I have to. I feel bad about it, but I can't. I'm not happy about this. I'm not proud of myself for this. I'm really not. God, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this at all. I don't feel good about it. Okay, I swear to God. I swear right now.
Take that!
Okay, this is the first one, which I said, but I wasn't exactly here. I'm telling you. I'm not even gonna look at the rest of the walkthrough. I'm gonna say right here.
Objection!
Shut up! So he was in the storeroom. Didn't I say that already? I said that already, didn't I? Where was he? Walkthrough? In the storeroom. Okay, every single time I have an idea, it gets crushed, and then I realize that it's the right thing, and I mess it up. I said this, didn't I? I think I said he was here, but I meant this, like...
Take that!
I'm gonna... Okay. And now, if he says he was thrown over the counter, and then he shot... Then I'm gonna scream.
Take that!
Because that's what I meant. I mean, he shot through the room. He shot through the room. It doesn't matter. The culprit shot. That's what I was saying, game. I was saying that he was shot while he was in the room, but the person was outside because he fled. Oh, I am mad today. Welcome to the salt mine. Continue. Shut up. Mr. Windibank died instantly from a bullet wound in his back. Looking at the stain of blood on the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death, which tells us that he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired? Outside the storeroom, which I said, I just didn't click the right spot. You're adamant that the first shot, or the shot was fired from the outside of the storeroom. Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony, I pulled my gun on them, they elected through the front door into the back room. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I said. I said except I thought that they were in a different position, because why would he be standing in front of the room? I need a drink. I'm gonna down my whole thing of water right now. I took one sip. I don't chug water. You have to savor that stuff. It's good. It's actually not even that good water because it's room temperature. It's not good. If Mr. Windibank ran through the door, we would have to assume that the door was open at the time. That's what I said. Oh. It was at precisely that moment when the victim was fleeing for his life that the brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back when he was inside the storeroom. That's what I said. Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial? He said, moving on to the finding of Scotland Yard's coroner, the report states that the bullet had entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Yeah, and he was on the ground. Yeah, see, he was short. Poor man, shot while he was running as fast as he could to safety. Oh, of course. He would have to be leaning forward as he was running away. So even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it still have entered his body in an upward trajectory. So the culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Windibank.
Objection!
What are you gonna say now? I'm sure my learned friend can't have forgotten that the storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. You claim the victim was shot as he was fleeing into the room. Do you also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock? But, what if someone else locked the door? Yeah, there's someone else who could have locked the storeroom door. Is that so?
Very well known, counsel. Present your hypothesis to the court. In the scenario just described, the defense's assertion is that the victim was shot from outside of the storeroom. In which case, who shot and locked the storeroom door from the inside?
It was her. Obviously. Because someone just got shot, and she didn't want to get killed too. You're all stupid. You're all stupid in this courtroom. And so am I. I'm also stupid in this courtroom. There's no one smart in this courtroom. That's the biggest tragedy that's happened this far. It's that you're allowing all of these idiots into the courtroom, and then me, who has to control the idiot, who, like, has more sense than this guy. God. I'm stupid. This guy's stupid. He's more stupid than me. And I've got to control him. The person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
That's absurd. You're suggesting that the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room.
Yes. Are you daft? Are you kidding me? You have to. Come on. Okay, I know he's like playing an act right now. He has to be playing an act. But like, come on. You don't play this dumb. For what possible reason? He's playing dumb. He knows for a fact. If you were in a room, someone just got shot in the room that you're staying in, you're not gonna try to close the door and lock it? Tighten the noose around her neck. Yeah, but guess what? If she didn't do that, then the bullet would have killed her instead. Huh?
I'm glad to agree, I must say. Well, counsel.
Are you stupid? Everyone in this courtroom is such idiots. Don't you... Are you kidding me? What? Seriously, you too? I thought the music was gonna continue and you were gonna say... You're kidding me. That's a tricky one, isn't it? No, it's not. Put yourself in her position. Half-baked notions have no problem in my courtroom. Remember... What? Of course Ginny would have locked the door. It almost goes without saying, doesn't it? It does. Yes, it does. Oh my god, she's 10 years old. Rinosuke is like... How old is Rinosuke? He's like 21? How old is he? I don't think it says. I think he's about the same age as Sasato, maybe. Oh no, he's not. Because he's like 20 or something. He's like 19. This person's 10. If I was Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two burgers just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes, obviously. Ryunosuke, oh my god. Before the two brothers arrived, Miss Lestrade, you had to get a 10-year-old to tell you that. Miss Lestrade and Mr. Winnebank were in the storeroom together. Now, I don't know what went on between them at that time, but at some point, Mr. Winnebank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom.
Intruders, huh? That's us, bruv.
If your theory is correct, that would leave the accused alone in the storeroom. Yep, it would. Then probably only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom door, hoping to escape danger. Dang. God, everyone in this courtroom's so stupid. I don't even know how I'm the smartest one here. Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Winnebank fell to the floor where he was, just inside the storeroom. And what we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done in that moment?
I see where you're going with this.
Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Winnebank. As soon as that thought struck Miss Lestrade, she slammed the door shut and locked it, in order to save her own life.
Hold it!
But we ain't the ones who done it.
We ain't need, Gov. We ain't need. You gotta believe us. I mean, come on. We never shoot no one.
Objection!
I've just solved this case. That's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would. Nope. That's not true. That's not true because... One reason, there's a few reasons. There's these pictures, right? all of this happened. So these burglars got chased out, right? They got chased out. Why would they take the time to fix this stuff? No, Windibank fixed his stuff. I think Windibank fixed his stuff, or third party, which I think the third party is either Egbert or whatever his name is, or it's the dude in the money gem outfit that we saw in the last chapter. Because, like, these guys wouldn't fix this up because they're in a panic. They wouldn't fix it. And also, there's 2 bullets that we found. There's the bullet hole. So okay, there's this gun is shot. This is shot. There's no bullets in this. 5 bullets in this one, which means 1 was shot. The only reasonable explanation is 1 bullet is in his back. The other bullet is in the wall here. I keep doing that. It's in the wall here. So that's where the 2 bullets went, right? These guys mentioned something about him finding out that they were, like, they're telling the truth. It's obvious that the dark people that we saw they probably weren't them, but they were the other dudes, and the dude in the gem clothes and the dude in the hat. That's them, and maybe Egbert or whatever his name is, Eggert. And they can't talk because either one of those people or all of them together, all those 3 people, they know something that is not good for the brothers. Because before my own eyes, you shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes. No, they didn't. They didn't. So in one logical conclusion here, Mr. and Mrs. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity to have been the true perpetrators of Mr. Windibank's murder. Nope. And they can't say it. See, they're afraid. They can't say anything. Nope, it's not them. They're taking the bullet. So whatever the other, like, the third party knows is crazy. Like, they have the power to do something insane. That was amazing, Bruno. All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now. I know, first time ever, and probably the last. Well, think you've done it. Surely that'll give a verdict of not...
Yeah. An admirable effort, my learned friend.
What's this now? He's laughing?
You find the situation amusing, Lord Van Zeeks? I myself find the defense's argument most persuasive. Time to have a drink. I dare say, such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation, but as such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than inexcusable pettifoggery here. What? The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly, credibly cannot and will not stand. And because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw.
A fatal flaw?
Do you mean to tell me that you're unaware of your logic's failing? I say, Lord Van Zeeks. Lord Van Zeeks. It might be an idea to explain this bally conjuring trick or whatever it is to the troops on the ground, hmm?
The fatal flaw in my learned friend's argument is really very simple to understand.
Boom! Got him. Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets. And by George, count bullets!
Oh dear. He noticed then.
Huh? What's everyone talking about?
Counsel?
Yes, sir. Tell the court how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime. 2. Yeah, 1 in him. 2, but Herlock Sholmes was shot by someone. We don't know who. Unless it was them. Something happened. I'm telling you. I was right. Look, my brain... I'm the smartest out of everyone. Zeke's gets... He lost like 20 IQ points in that last statement where he was like, but... Are you kidding me? There's no way that she would lock the door. It's like, yes, she would lock the door. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I can't believe no one else noticed that. I can't believe nobody else noticed that except Iris.
Correct. The first, that which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. And the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, in his arrival on the scene.
Smartest out of not real characters. Let me have this moment, please. Please let me have this moment. The defense presented a picture. Wait, the defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second bullet earlier in the proceeding. The bullet which conjured Mr. Sholmes appeared to have passed through his body to strike the calendar. That's not true, because that was a high shot. That is not Mr. Sholmes' blood. Because he was shot, they wouldn't, like, shoot. I doubt they would shoot from, like, the ground and go bang, you know? It wouldn't reach there. And there wouldn't be that much blood either. Your Lordship's understanding is correct. Furthermore, we know there are 2 firearms involved in the incident. The revolver belonging to the victim, Mr. Winterbank, and the Skulkin brothers' revolver. The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each gun. Yes, indeed it does. A single bullet from each. Now then, my learned friend. You yourself told the court only moments ago that these 2 brothers shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes right before your eyes. Yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness, I think you'll find that if a single bullet was fired from the brothers hit Mr. Sholmes, this means...
Winterbank not shot by same gun, stop! Only 1 bullet, stop!
Exactly. Yes, this Nippony street performer presented an obstinately credible argument. Maybe that's not... Actually, maybe that is not... Maybe that is Mr. Sholmes' bullet. I'm not sure. Yes, this Nippony street performer presented an obstinately credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. Ugh. Ooh-wog. Order, order, order! Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging the dregs of this hollowed nectar into the public gallery.
Lord Van Zieks!
But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can, regrettably, no longer be described as a juvenile. No, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with a criminal record. The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question with loathsome intent. As we can see beyond doubt in this print, which depicts her threatening the victim with the murder weapon. Can't doubt that. And I have here in my possession one more piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present. The disc! What does it play? Please tell me what it plays. I've been wanting to know what it plays.
We'll be taking that whatever it is of Mr. McGillis down to the yard, thank you very much.
No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to Mr. McGill has to be taken in as evidence now.
Yeah, that music box disc. McGilded's music box disc. On the very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Winterbank, the accused attempted to make off with this article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add, but by brute force and a brazen impudence.
Good gracious!
Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. And there are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed, no crime she would not commit. The court forgets that fact at its peril.
I see. I think it would be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence, counsel, as a grim testament to the defendant's... Lord Van Zieks,
Inspector Gregson? What? Yes, Inspector.
We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service, and, I think it was agreed that the disc wouldn't be used as evidence.
Oh. Is he playing dirty right now? What's this all about? Why is the inspector acting strangely? That's the first time he said anything to Van Zieks at all.
I am unaware of such a meeting. But those were the instructions right from the top. The government bigwigs were insistent.
The government's involved in the McGilded scandal?
Inspector, I am a prosecutor. I alone determine how I present my case. Your warning is noted. Thank you.
The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord.
Indeed. Bailiff?
That's, not good. The prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of character. There is nothing more to add. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions, and rest my case. I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for once, for all of 5 minutes. Dude, it wasn't even 5 minutes, Rudolph. What? Did that whole thing happen in 5 minutes? Because that was not 5 minutes.
My lord! I wonder if I might say something at this point. Proceed, Mr. Foreman.
I've been stumbling about a bit of fog up till now, truth be told, but all of a sudden, the answer is barely obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it.
Oh, no.
Seriously?
Very well. The court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you will present your leanings as the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Well,
Guilty.
Guilty.
shoot.
Guilty.
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 I think there's some kind of bias going on here.
We have a consensus amongst the jury, it seems. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
It's my line. I wrote that for Hurley. How dare we use it against us?
Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. There's still more to this case than we realize. There must be, because there's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Winneback, and that's beyond any doubt.
Very well. We will proceed with the second summation examination of the day. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready?
Gyarados Squadron is primed and ready for action, sir.
Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
You will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. We're going right now, okay. Let's do it. I'm ready. We're gonna prove him wrong, then we're going to recess. Let's do it. Once a rogue, always a rogue, I say. Different breed. What is wrong with me? To us law-abiding citizens. As only 2 bullets were found on the scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted. You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every way you look at it, it was that pickpocket. I never imagined that simple operation would cause me such grief. The accused attempted to theft on previous day. I can see from busy day ahead.
I am ballistics expert. I have seen many shootings. There's nothing I do not know about guns. It would seem there's little remaining room for doubt.
I have to admit, I was rather bowled by the argument put forward by the chap in the black. But when that fell apart like a house of cards, I saw that I'd jolly well been hoodwinked.
Well, no more.
The whole courtroom is turning against me. It's not fair, Iris. The prosecution's being mean. Just because Ginny's done some things she shouldn't have done in the past doesn't make her a murderer. I hope he smashes it as soon as he picks it up.
Allow me to savor this fruity vintage while I savor the spectacle of your fruitless debate on the matter. Here's to the truth coming out, eventually.
No words.
So enough, preamble. Counsel, proceed with the summation examination.
Let's do this. Yes, my lord. Let's do it. I'm gonna do this in like speed run time. Check this out. Ready? You! Tell me about it! Go! Just because Miss Lestrade has a history of pickpocketing, she must be guilty of murder, is that what you're saying? Well... Are you all members of the British Army so quick to judge? Are all of you so quick to judge? I beg your pardon. You're mocking Her Majesty's Armed Forces, the greatest military organization in the world. No, simply illustrating my point. Making assumptions about people because they're a soldier or a pickpocket is wrong and dangerous. Well, yes, we might have a point there, I suppose. But let's not forget the girl had already shown she had it in her from before. She's clearly a criminal sort through and through, can't deny it. When you say she'd shown she had it in her, are you referring to this? Exactly. Tried to swipe that only a day earlier, Or am I mistaken? Not exactly. Given that I was actually there at the time, it's hard to refute that.
Never actually seen the real thing. Can't wait to have a closer look at it.
Oh, yeah, of course. We had the caramel, which is really weird. Mr. Sholmes did use his caramel bars to make a copy of the disc, isn't he? And then ordered every type of music box he could find from across Europe. Dummy. I love him.
Still don't know what tune will play, though, do we? I'd love to see how the original compares to Hurley's copy.
McGilda's disc. Could it be a clue somehow? Perhaps we should examine it in more detail. Got it. Oh, spray it! Spray it with blood! Spray it with blood!
This is blood!
Yep, you're right. Just a small smear, but definitely blood. Spray it! Spray it! Spray it! Actually, I feel as though I might have noticed that before.
That's my time to shine again!
Okay, come on. Is it green? Can we get this done quickly, Iris?
In a flash.
What color is it gonna be? This is gonna change everything. Green! Green! Alright, we got another green. We don't know who it is, though, but we do have green. That's green. Wait, the color? What is it? It's just that green. It's not the first time we've seen that color, is it? Alright. So... Alright, that's huge, actually. I don't think there's anything else here.
Former Gilded. That's the man you defended in court a couple of months ago, isn't it, Bruno?
Yep. Or rather, mistakenly defended.
I wonder what his name is doing on the back of this disc.
That's a question I'd love to know the answer to myself. I think that's everything. But it's green, so that's huge. That's massive. I would say the whole case is done and dusted. It's the number of bullets that has you convinced. Only 2 bullets were fired, and 2 guns that fired them have been examined by the police. When the parlor maid asked me how they're invented for dinner, when they're invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings. Well, that's logical, I suppose. Although, yeah. Sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing when 2 guests rather like the fine china. Does your employer dine with thieves? So I suppose. If there was another bullet somewhere of which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position. A 3rd bullet somewhere on the scene. Could that be possible? No, it's not. No, it's possible. No, that's... No. Yeah, I know. No, it's possible. No, it's possible. It's completely possible. Stop it. It's completely possible. Stop it. He should receive a visit from the police, perhaps. Sounds like a crime scene to me. A 3rd bullet would completely turn things around if there was one, wouldn't it? Do you think we might find one lying around somewhere? Yeah? In Sholmes' leg? No, whatever. I'll just go through everyone. If I've understood correctly, you need 2 pictures, a left eye and a slightly different right eye one.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can see the scene in 3 dimensions. Like this!
So, if I would have 2 bullets, I don't suppose you can see anything useful with them.
I think you'll find that no matter how much you squint, the truth of the situation
Always looks the same here. The only person who could have shot the victim is that girl with the dock. In the dock. How can you be so sure of that?
Think about it. The Skulkin brothers shot the great detective, didn't they?
Yeah, that's been mentioned once or twice.
Well, then surely it's coming into focus now, isn't it?
This is a waste of time. I'm not going to change this man's mind anytime soon.
Oh!
I don't care about you. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? You, ballistics expert, tell me. I thought you were just a tourist?
Good day, I am visiting London for sightseeing. I'd like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
And there's no way he's just a visiting tourist. So, you're a ballistics expert? Who knew?
I have much experience with guns. Ah, I have lived through many. How do you say? Extreme violent death of... No, blood of...
Oh, extremely violent bloodbaths, perhaps?
Those! Extreme violent bloodbaths. English is very difficult tongue.
Considering the sort of people you associate with, I'm surprised you still have a tongue.
Anyway, if you have questions about bullets and guns, you ask me. There is nothing I do not know. No mystery I cannot solve.
He's very confident in his knowledge of guns, that's for sure.
But, if possible, please only in Russian language.
He's not very confident in his knowledge of English, though, is he? No, still, we should bear it in mind. He's a man if there's any mystery about guns or bullets. Van Zieks has managed to convince everyone. When you have eliminated the impossible, he said, but he hasn't. If we're going to fight back, we need more material. And we have to fight back. We have to turn this trial around again.
Hold it!
Alright, this time don't click the wrong button like an idiot. Because I think the bullet is still in Sholmes' leg. That's what I think. Or it was. I don't know if I can prove it. Sure, I can prove it. Should have saved. I mean, it did autosave. The third... Oh, shoot. Did I just die? Did my stream just die for like 3 seconds? I don't even know what just happened. My, like, chat reset. It was like, welcome to the chat room. This is weird. Whoops. Can I go back? I can't go back, can I? I can't. No. That's not good. Can I reload? Yeah, this is just... Okay, I'm going back. I'm going back. God, thank God for autosave. I guess it autosaves for important decisions. I get... That's pretty cool. Right now it's impossible. I'll be back. No, the third bullet is in Mr. Sholmes. That's where it is. That's not the same bullet. Alright, you, whatever. I don't care what you say. Just tell me something. I mean, I do care what you say. Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defense's life is on the line, or the defendant's life is on the line here, and so is the defendant, I guess.
The thing is, I couldn't really say that it's nothing to do with this trial, to be honest.
Huh?
I mean, there's no question the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach.
There we go.
It's quite inexplicable, don't you think?
I almost don't want to ask, but this surgery you've been muttering about all this time, you were operating on...
What was the fellow's name now? Hurlich? No. Herlock? No. Herlock?
Herlock Sholmes, by any chance?
Oh, yes, good lord. It was that Herlock fellow.
What? You're the surgeon that operated on Mr. Sholmes?
Yeah, that's right. Using the very latest anesthetic techniques, I might add. It was a fairly major op, I can tell you.
This is crazy.
Let me see. The fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I remember correctly. They said he'd been shot by some criminal or other, so I opened him up like a shot. But the funny thing is, I went over his inside with a fine-tooth comb. I couldn't find the bullet anywhere. So I'm afraid I had to throw up my hands and stitch the fellow back up.
I knew it. I hate to state the obvious, but...
Yes?
Surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting?
The counsel for the defense is correct, as is clearly shown in this photographic print. The bullet that the Skulkin brothers fired at Mr. Sholmes hit him in the stomach region. Then exited his body and lodged into the shop wall where the calendar was hanging up at the door. That's me.
I think you'll find it's really quite simple if you just consider the problem three-dimensionally.
What do you think I am, son?
Juror number 4. It didn't go through him. Didn't go through him. As best I can do.
As soon as I saw the wound in the man's stomach, I flipped him over.
Like a pancake? Are you saying you checked his back?
Of course I did, and there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign that the bullet had left the body at all.
What?
That's the point. Only logical conclusion was that the bullet is still somewhere in the man's innards, which is exactly why I set about slicing him up. And I'm still none the wiser even now. How many times do I have to say it? Can someone please explain how it happened? Can someone please solve the mystery?
It's almost as much of a mystery as how this jury was put together. I was so right. I'm looking at this in 3 dimensions. This is like a stereoscope. Where's an expert when you need one? You're an expert.
Objection.
These two are... What? He's an expert? Was that not right? A ballistics expert! Oh, there we go.
Beating.
On the night in question, Mr. Jones was shot by one of the Skulkin brothers. But since there was no sign of exit wound on his back, we must assume the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Sholmes' body either. Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Sholmes was shot. Juror number 6...
Hello, my name is Villain.
This is Villain. Pleased to meet you. There's apparent contradiction in the facts that is so clearly troubling. Juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery?
I have seen very similar situation in Motherland. It was night, there was blizzard. I was running away along the mountain road in freezing cold. Golly, the snow was piling high on both sides of the road. It was very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers had hunting rifles and they were on dog sleds.
Mental note: don't ask too many questions.
I was shot from behind and I fell down in snow. And this situation was very similar to what I hear today from doctor. They could not find bullet in my body. And no sign of, how do you say, exit wound.
And where did the bullet go?
Bullet never hit me.
Well, if it never hit you, why'd you fall down?
Bullet hit frozen wall of ice very close to my side.
What?
One small piece, very sharp, broke away from lump of ice and pierced my body. It made deep wound that looks just like bullet wound.
Good gracious, I thought he was just gonna say good.
Of course, piece of ice quickly melt inside me, and that is solution of the mystery of disappearing bullet.
Yeah.
But it didn't answer the question at all!
Huh?
The shooting happened at a pawnbroker's shop. Not some snowy mountain road in another country.
Just an idea, but we might not be looking at exactly the same scenario here. Bruno, where exactly was Hurley shot again? Well, according to the report, in his stomach. Sort of around this area, I think. Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch in his belt. A pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that. He has a pouch. It's where he keeps his 3 glass vials of very dangerous chemicals he uses for his investigations. Uh-oh. What? Really? Doctor, where's the pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing?
Oh, well, the fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital, as far as I remember.
If I may. Lord Van Zeeks? While I realize it is forbidden to the prosecution to interject during a summation examination, I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom. Sorry? As I understand it, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Sholmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment.
Since then, it has been in my safekeeping all along, with all the other evidence relating to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred. Very well. While extremely unconventional during a summation examination, I must demand the prosecution presents the item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Herlock Sholmes' pouch. I see. So this is the pouch worn by Mr. Sholmes on the night in question, isn't it? Look at that. One of the files is broken and the leather around it is scorched black. It's almost as if the file exploded. Exploded? So, that night, the bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun struck Mr. Sholmes' pouch. That's very lucky.
It was the glass file exploding that caused the fellow's injury.
This bullet did not penetrate the victim, but was deflected onto the wall of the shop.
A delightfully complex aroma.
Well, it would appear one mystery has been solved at least.
Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case. The bungling and burgling brothers shot the detective, and the accused shot the pawnbroker. The patient's facts of the case remain unaltered. Ugh.
But at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Thank you, young man.
Thank you very much.
Glad I could help.
Due to its bearing on the conundrum just solved, the court will sequester the scruffy pouch as evidence.
Curly's pouch is not scruffy.
Okay.
The summation examination will recommence. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinion, is it?
Please, my lord, a little more time. After all, that's a new piece of evidence. Could be a valuable clue, and can't afford to overlook anything here, Renosuke. There's still a way to turn this around somehow. I'm sure of it. I don't care about you. There it is! Bullet! Bullet! Got it! There's the bullet! Found it! It's really scorched badly here. Oh, the strap is broken! Look! Must be where the bullet hit then. It's in there. There's the bullet. Yeah, there's the bullet. We got it. Bullet! Bullet! Third bullet! Got it. What the Iris, look! Where the broken file was. Do you see it? That's the Sulkin Brothers' bullet! A stroke of luck that it hit this pouch. It's an amazing discovery. What this means is there were 3 bullets fired at Windibanks that night. Not exactly what the juror was talking about. The 3rd bullet. It's time to press the juror again, I think. Let's do it. I'm ready. Oh, yo, I'm ready. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Come on. No, don't pit you. No, I'm gonna talk to you. I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. This is it. This is my moment. This is my moment to shine. I can prove it. Allow me to show you then. The 3rd bullet.
Take that!
Yes! Here it is. We discovered it just now. Yes! On the night in question in Windibank's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired. What is this new trickery, you Nipponese conjurer? Where did you find that bullet? Well, I didn't look very hard, so it was lost in Mr. Sholmes' pouch. What? This pouch was removed from around Mr. Sholmes' waist before it was taken to the hospital, and since then has been touched by no one.
Do you mean to say the shot fired by the Skulkin brothers that night?
Yep. As your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Sholmes. It's clearly visible in this photographic print. Oh.
2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence.
Yes, that of Mr. Windibank and that belonging to the Skulkin brothers.
And examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet had been fired from each. But that must mean... That's right. We know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. And until that uncontroversial inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment.
Oh!
Got him. We just destroyed him.
Order, order, order! While the summation examination remains incomplete, the court has been presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the defendant has been built. As my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination.
By Jupiter! What?
Bailiff, bring the witness back to the stand at once.
Oh man, it's getting good. We're getting there. How you doing, guys? Yeah, your mysterious third party is about to be revealed, so ha ha ha.
Witnesses. Governor.
Were you listening to the proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination?
Yeah, we was, Governor, we was.
Perhaps we can dispense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A third bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Make of it, Governor. They made nothing of it if I can help it.
Is it one of yours?
Grimy, blimey, Governor, not a chance.
In that case, did you have an accomplice?
What? Never. No, Skulker brothers work alone. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try, so trademark.
How soon we forget poor Sulky. Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. The third bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it?
Lummy, that's a head scratcher.
Counsel for the defense. Yeah? I'd like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. The third bullet, and the mysterious missing firearm from wherever it came. Thinking back over all the testimony we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear what this third bullet tells us about the Skulkin brothers. They had a secret accomplice. It's obvious. On that night at Windibank's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been working with a third man. The witnesses are clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of this accomplice, but the evidence all points to the fact that there was someone else present, someone carrying a gun.
Objection!
Yeah, try it. An accomplice, you say? Pigs will... Pigs will what? Pigs will what, huh? What will they do? These protracted proceedings have already forced her to endure 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time, there has been not a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being exists, the court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed. The prosecution demands an answer on the 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. Secondly, the identity of the spurious character. The Skulkins are lying, I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding?
Well, counsel.
I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is, ready to save. I guess we can't really, right? Or can we? What can we do? What can we do right now? I mean, the proof is... Could it be this, right? Could it be that? Because... Well, I mean, that is the third bullet, but there's blood there too, so who did that? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Why not? Let's go for it. The defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers that the prosecution demands. So, my Nipponese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. This promises to be interesting. Yeah, you're right, it does. I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it'll make a difference. Uh-oh. In that case, counsel, I would like to ask you to present the evidence without delay. On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene? Okay, well, there's the bullet, of course. That's obvious. There's the disc. I think the disc... No, the disc wasn't there. Whoops, I just broke my desk. My bad. So... I don't think it's the photograph, but my theory about someone else moving that could be based. I don't know. What is in this? Victim found deceased on the scheduled omnibus of the day at Stanford. Mason, brickmaker, east of London. Eyewitness testimonies who were surprised fourth witness on the crow. Due to insufficient evidence. I don't know blood. I don't know blood. I don't know the blood. The evidence is right here in this portfolio. But wait, that portfolio again, is it? Oh my god, I'm awesome. Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. Oh god, okay. You claim one of those blood samples proved the presence of this third intruder. Well, which one is it? Okay. He's dead. You are the victim. It's one of these. I mean, it's both of these. It's both of these. History, what is this? There is no history, okay. Oh wait, no, there we go. I mean, it has to be this one, right? Because the blood was there before, so it has to be that one. It has to be that one. What am I looking at here? There appears to be just some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar. That's a bloodstain, my lord. A bloodstain? Green blood? I'm curious, even for you. Does the court to understand that the intruder was some inhuman creature? It's something developed by Mr. Sherlock Holmes, sorry. I mean Herlock Sholmes. God, I can't remember what his actual name is. Herlock Sholmes, based, whatever. By the great detective! New invention, shut up. Sorry. Not yet invented, whatever. It's this, you see. It doesn't have a name yet, though. This fogger sprays a chemical that reacts to the different elements of people's blood to change its color. Different elements of people's blood? Yes, everyone's blood is slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements. So by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is. Oh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood. Talking blood in courtroom, stop. Very exciting, stop. As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windibank. Oh, striking blue. Yeah, so you see, the green color of this bloodstain on the calendar shows that somebody else was shot in the main part of the shop. Now hold fire there, young man. Could it be from some unrelated incident? Or it couldn't be, right? Nope, it's not unrelated. The date showing on the calendar is the date in which Mr. Windibank was killed. By golly. Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day. Whose blood is it? Well, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. A third intruder, in fact.
Objection!
Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third intruder? It's him.
Take that!
Because he cut his finger on it, didn't he? The man's name is Eggert Benedict. Eggert Benedict? Eggert Benedict? What on earth are you talking about, counsel? He paid a visit to Windibank's pawnbroker in the afternoon before the incident took place, when the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession. That's right. Yeah. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force. What was the voice I gave him? My broker.
Oh, yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes,
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
No, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you rascal, and needless to say, any music box discs too.
Inspector Grigson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc.
Can you corroborate this account, Inspector? Yes, my lord. That's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Winterbank to show the fellow. Oh. Taken from one of his red-handed record governances.
Yeah, that's him talking to Mr. Winterbank that morning.
And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice?
Well, you mean Mr. and Mr. Skulkin? Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin?
I haven't seen that geek in my life before.
Oh, me life, me gov, I've never seen him.
Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I just cannot say that word. I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice. Yep, and I can.
Then show us the evidence.
I agree, we must see proof that the clean-cut gentleman in this photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is. This is the last piece of evidence. I had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start. But now, I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom.
You ready to present your answer to the court then, counsel?
Yep. My lord, the defense will present the evidence now. Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet. Disc, right? Disc, right? Disc? Disc? Is it the disc? Disc, right? Red blood disc. Red blood disc. Red blood disc. Red blood disc. I mean green blood disc. Green blood disc. The proof is right here in this portfolio.
Good gracious, counsel, that's probably open killing answers to every question posed. I see you share my interest in claret-colored liquids, my Nipponese friend, but...
Enough. The court demands to see further evidence. Which blood sample proves the man you identify was the one shot with the third bullet at the scene of the crime?
Take that!
Gotcha. As I mentioned before, in the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully, admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Winterbanks.
Which was when the aforementioned Eggert Benedict appeared on the scene, I believe. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession, no?
That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. It was following this and a minor incident occurred.
But of course, sir, here's the disc for you.
Very well. I shall bid you farewell, saying goodbye to style.
Wait a minute, the disc is mine.
What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal!
Being a music box disc, it has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. Those protrusions caused Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed, and the resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now.
Goodness, a bloodstain, is it?
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Using my trusty fogger gun.
Yep. And we've added the results to this portfolio.
I say,
it's green. It's exactly the same color as the blood around the calendar. The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was in Mr. Winterbanks earlier that day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that same night.
There was someone else there. Look at those two brothers now. They're sweating buckets.
what are you talking about? Just pointing near.
My lord, it's the opinion. It is the opinion of the defense that Mr. Egbert Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify. I think he fell asleep.
It would certainly seem that we can ill afford to ignore this gentleman's apparent presence.
Objection!
This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law. Sherlock Holmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in the series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection, I thought that's a destruction, or some such. Deduction, you moron. Now you employ chemical substances divided by this fantastical persona in the highest court in the land. You expect us to take you seriously. The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Oh, well... I mean, yeah, okay, you're being smart again.
And pray do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Sholmes' word for it.
Is he right? Is Mr. Sholmes' concoction a load of rubbish? I don't know, I mean, he's a great detective. What are you talking about? We can't let him get away with that. Breakdown time. I knew it would come to this. Of course, Mr. Sholmes' invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. But what other choice do I have? I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over there said before. Father Christmas. About how he was temporarily suspending the summation examination. Oh. In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good grief, what did you just say, young girl?
In a summation examination, the decision as to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it? Yeah, do it. Come on, do it. The way I see it, doesn't matter what certain other people think of Hurley's invention. At least, not for now. Yeah, she's right.
Young lady, you have quite the devious mind.
It just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Runo. That's about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something? Unbelievable. Mr. Sholmes' partner is a force to be reckoned with. Iris Wilson, sharpshooter.
After that shrewd pieces of situation from an entirely unexpected source, it must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion. This is absurd. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks to you for your final leaning in this matter. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions. So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Gotcha.
Not guilty.
Gotcha.
Not guilty.
Gotcha.
Guilty.
You suck.
Guilty.
You suck.
Not guilty.
You're awesome.
It continues.
2 call guilty and 4 call not guilty. Such is the outcome of a summation examination.
Objection.
Now, shut up. Just chill, man. My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage. The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
On what grounds?
If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt.
I'm sorry, Lord Van Zees, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored. The trial will continue.
After a short message from our sponsors. Audible.com.
Nevertheless, we find ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably requested a of new witness. Yes. But sadly, I fear that will be impossible.
What?
The name of the gentleman gave for himself, Egbert Benedict, is quite clearly false.
I don't believe it! Just when I managed to prove the man was there at that night. Could I say something?
Who's that, please? Who spoke?
It was me, my lord. Juror number 5. You've done nothing this trial, so what do you got to say?
What have you to say, madam?
If possible, Inspector...
Me, ma'am.
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again, the one in which the gentleman is shown.
All right, yes, this one you mean? Of Mr. Benedict.
Yes, there's no doubt in my mind.
Jar number 5, you don't mean to say you know this man?
Yes, I know him.
What?
No! Good gracious!
This is insane.
Order, order, order! Jar number 5, how on earth?
I am communications officer. Stop.
As we can clearly see,
The gentleman in photograph is stop.
a communications officer. Also a communications officer. Stop, he works in my office. Very talented operator, in fact, stop. Should be in the communications station now, stop. Tapping away in the telegraph, stop. This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
Suppose we all imagined the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out that he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Yeah, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong.
The gentleman is at London's communication station. We should be able to support him within the hour. Lord Van Zeeks, if you please. Yes, my lord. Make the necessary arrangements with all the haste. As your lordship bids. The court will recess for 1 hour, and the new witness arrives. We shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony. Inspector Gregson. Yes, my lord. I should like to hear from you specifically about the events in the pawnbrokery on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess. Yes, sir, my lord. Very well. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
I guess that's it for now. It's kind of crazy. We're learning things. He's gonna show up in court and he's gonna be like, my name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm 33 years old. I live in the southwest portion of Morio. Well, that's awesome.